So guys, in today's video we're going to be talking about Dragon's Breath, in particular the exotic catalyst that comes with this weapon. I finally got the coal quest done, so we're going to be talking about if this quest grind is worth doing or if the catalyst itself is actually worth getting. So if you're going to enjoy, as always, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. It's really do, and it really does help me out here a lot. And a lot of you who watch my content aren't actually subscribed. We're getting closer and closer to that 1,000 sub goal, so if you could help out there, I would super appreciate it. With all that out of the way, hope you're going to enjoy this one. Let's just jump straight into it. Let's first talk about what Dragon's Breath actually does. It comes with two exotic traits. You've got Composite Propellant, where rockets embed themselves in struck targets and periodically eject incendiary fuel that inflicts scorch. The longer this weapon goes without firing, the more fuel the next rocket contains. It also has High Octane, where igniting nearby targets partially replenishes fuel. This weapon refills itself from reserves upon gaining maximum fuel. Now, fuel can stack up to 5 times, and the more fuel that you contain, the more fire it'll obviously produce, which means more scorches, more ignitions, and just overall more damage. So you really want to be waiting until you have max stacks of fuel before you fire this weapon. And the catalyst helps with that, as it states that this weapon replenishes its fuel faster, and defeating targets with this weapon causes them to periodically drop fire sprites. So, there are two ways of regaining fuel. You can either have the weapon naturally regenerate fuel, or you can cause ignitions to have fuel regenerate a lot faster. So if you just allow the weapon to naturally regenerate fuel without doing anything at all, no ignitions, no nothing, it takes 27 seconds base, no catalyst, to get maximum fuel. With the catalyst, it cuts it down to 15 seconds, but in most scenarios, you're going to be shooting this weapon and causing ignitions, which are going to regenerate your fuel a lot faster. And in those cases, there's not too much of a difference in terms of amount of time needed to generate max fuel. As soon as you get those ignitions going, you're just going to be getting that fuel back faster and faster. Roughly it takes about 5 seconds to get max fuel with or without the catalyst. With the catalyst, it cuts it off by like a couple milliseconds, but nothing all that major. So is the catalyst itself actually worth going for? Well, not really. It doesn't really help out too much in terms of overall DPS, unless you're going for some speedrun strats and want to get the most damage out of this weapon possible. Probably not going to be that noticeable though, so probably wouldn't recommend solely focusing on getting this catalyst done. Just recommend going at it slow, you'll get the catalyst done over time. Its ability to generate fire sprites as well with the catalyst can be quite useful if you're pairing it with a solar subclass, so there's that going for it as well. But in terms of does the catalyst make this weapon a lot better than it already is? Not really. Catalyst just adds on to the power that this weapon already provides. The ability for it to stun champions with this ignitions is very useful, and its ability to stagger big bosses is also very useful as well. Think of it kind of like a Witherhoard in the heavy slot with its damage over time effects. Very good rocket launcher, highly recommend you guys get your hands on it if you can, and the catalyst is there as well as an extra boost. That is it though for this video, so if you found it helpful or enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one.